We're a little crooked. We're a little crooked. That's good enough. All right, it's Monday. Heat wave in Connecticut. Like serious heat wave. Like crazy warnings and whatnot. Yeah, I'm already sweating. I did my morning chores with the animals. And it's already like stupid hot. So, body weight. Everything's 13 repetitions. If it's a per side thing, it's 13 repetitions per side. Yeah, should know all of this stuff, I think. We're going to start with split squats. Try to get your feet on train tracks. Let's go prisoner style. So hands behind the head, elbows squeezed back. So your upper back is engaged, right? Down, tap the knee gently, and then back up. So 13 of these. 2, 3, 4. Push through the back leg. Think about that back leg. It doesn't want to work right now. Hopefully you got your toes pressed into the floor. The front foot should feel like everything's connected to the ground. I think that might have been 10. Call that 11, 12, and 13. And we're just going to switch it up, other side. All right, and just, I don't know if you can see, but I've got my toes tucked under, right? So I'm actually able to push through the back leg. Front leg will fire up nicely for you without any work. This one you got to think about. We're putting a stretch here, which confuses the glute. So you got to think about pushing through that back leg. I think that might be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now if that bothers your back foot, you got ankle mobility issues. Side plank with a crunch. We haven't done these in a while, huh? Let's see how these hands hold up. So remember, the back leg is under you, and it's going to come up to the top arm or elbow. And again, 13 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, stretch back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, switchy sides. Downhill side of the porch. These will be easier, right? Make sure you've got your shoulder over your wrist. You don't want to be way back here straining your shoulder. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach back and crunch up. 12, 13. Next up, single leg glute bridge. So remember with these, it's not necessarily where this leg is. It could be straight up in the air. I like to cross it over, get a little stretch in this hip. The foot that's on the ground is just touching the heel. So you're pulling your toes up into your shins, arms out to the sides, lift and lower. All glutes, pelvic tilt. Keep your low belly tight. And think about keeping the low belly tight. It's going to want to let go as you press up. So squeeze and squeeze. If you feel these in your low back, you're hyperextending. You're not engaging the glutes or your abs. I think that's 12 and 13, give or take. Switch legs, pull the toes up into the shin hard. Drive through the heel only. Make sure you've got a pelvic tilt. What comes after these? Ab twisters. 9, 10. Think about the contraction. And that applies for all of this bodyweight stuff. You actually have to think a little bit better. So ab twisters, shoulders stay down, palms flat on the floor, arms out to the sides, legs as straight as possible. Remember, you want, oh, there we go, snap, crackle, pop. We want to keep the tailbone off the floor. Don't let your feet drift down and away. Keep your feet moving towards your hands or your head. Up, up, up. So you're using your abs. Oh. 13 per side. Oh, I think that's 3. Oh. 4. As soon as you feel the shoulder lift, reverse direction. Stop and reverse. 5. Keep the tailbone off the floor. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. If you're going faster than me, it doesn't make you right. I'm not looking, I'm not judging, but slow it down. There's no rush. Actually give your muscles a chance to work. Generally speaking, when people blast through movements, blast through exercises, it's because their body can't do all of the movement, and they've got to skip over the parts that are hard. Not that they're doing it consciously, they're doing it unconsciously. Be conscious, be aware, and slow down. Figure out where your body's fighting you and get stronger there. Get more mobile there. I don't know how many we've done, but I gotta believe there's a couple more left. We'll call that 13. All right, who's next? Push-ups. Yeah, so your push-up. It could be on an elevated platform. It could be, hand release. Just try to do the best you can. 13 reps is a lot if you're doing a hard push-up. Take your time with them. Do good reps. Full lockout, all the way down, out. If you can, back up. And if you can only do 5 that way, make them 5 really good ones. Notice there's no disconnect between any part of my body, right? Plank, 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 plank. The plank never sags. That's how this is judged. In the military, they check this push-up. This is your test. And if you deflect at all, the rep doesn't count. You gotta come up just like you're aboard, aka plank. I think that was 12, which makes that 13. All right, so breathing squat. Whew. Heels are touching. Feet are at about a 45-degree angle. This is important. If you can't do this, you've got ankle mobility issues. Right? So heels are touching right now. Feet are flat on the floor, 45 degrees. You're gonna come down, and as you start to move down, knees come forward, heels come up, you're on the balls of your feet. Okay? Arms are back. We come up, drive the heels through the floor, reach up, look up. Come down, we're back on the heel, or balls of the feet. And so, when you come up, connect the heels, drive, lock the thighs, squeeze the glutes, and then come on back down. So inhale down, inhale up, and exhale down. Is that 6? So at the top of the move, your glutes are engaged, your thighs, your abs, everybody's working. This isn't supposed to be just a lazy man's movement. It's an actual exercise. I've said it before. This is a great position at the bottom. I find myself here when I'm weeding a lot in the garden. But I won't be doing that today. I'll be doing this today. Plumbing, all overhead. All right, frog crunch. We're on our backs. The soles of the feet are pressed together. Keep pressure between your feet. Your start position kind of looks like so. Tailbone's just touching. Curl up shoulder blades and tailbone together. Pause and then lower. This is another one like the reverse crunch. You don't want to let your back arch. So if you come down and do one of these things and your back pops up off the floor, you get that famous back fart. Something's not right. As soon as your tailbone touches, stop the leg movement. Curl back up. That squeeze at the top can make a big difference in these reps. Think in and down. So you have to exhale as you squeeze up and compress your stomach. I think that might have been 10, I don't know. Talking too much. A little bit of a breeze, thank you. Okay. I think that was about 13. And then a straight bridge. Whew. Remember, shoulders back and down. We don't want to stay hunched up. We want to get those shoulders away from the ears, moving back and down. You should be able to feel your shoulders squeeze together as you bridge up. And you get another one, you should not feel this in your lumbar spine at all. Engage your glutes, brace your abs, pelvic tilt, right? Squeeze your triceps hard. Pull the shoulders back and down. Let's call this one 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So that is a round, right? Right. And, 2 to 3 is right. 5 would be fun. If you got time for that, go for it. I would say take a walk before it gets too hot.